You know what is funny? Most of us chasing happiness like the way a dog chases its own tail. We keep running in circles, thinking, okay, once I catch that one thing, that promotion, that car, that trip to Europe, that six pack, then I will be happy. But let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, if I just get this one thing, I will finally feel satisfied? And then you got it, and 3 days later, you were already eyeing the next thing. Yeah, been there, done that, got that t-shirt. That is what I call the happiness trap. And today, no edits, no noise, just you, me, and the story. Welcome to Converse with a smile. Here is the trap. We confuse happiness with achievements. We think happiness is this final destination, this X on the map, this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But in reality, happiness is more like Wi-Fi. You cannot see it, you do not own it. And just when you think you have a strong connection, boom, it drops out. Now do not get me wrong. Achievements are great. We need goals. We need ambitions. But have you noticed something? Every time you hit a milestone, your brain goes, cool, what is next? It is like downloading an app. At first, you are excited. Then 1 week later, it is buried in a folder you never open. Let us give you a story. There was a man who always thought that happiness was tied to money. He worked crazy hours, missed family dinners, and skipped vacations, all to make more money. Finally, one day, he looked at his bank balance and realized he was a millionaire. And guess what? Instead of being happy, he thought, okay, but what if I lost it? Now his happiness depended on protecting what he already had. See that trap? You keep moving the goalpost. Here is the science, but don't worry. No boring lectures, I promise. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. It simply means we get used to stuff. But a new phone, you love it for a week, then it becomes just a phone. Move to a new city, it felt magical for a month. Then it is just traffic, bills, and laundry again. So the truth, chasing happiness in things is like filling a bucket with holes. No matter how much you pour in, it leaks out. Now let me ask you this. When were you last truly happy? Was it the day you brought something? Or was it sitting with friends, laughing so hard, your stomach hurt? Was it finishing a project you thought you could not? or maybe just a quiet evening walk, phone left at home. The point is, real happiness sneaks up in ordinary moments. It is not always the firework. Sometimes it is the candlelight. Okay, but here is the big question. If chasing happiness through achievement does not work, then what does? Well, let me flip the script. Instead of asking, what do I need to get to be happy? Ask, what can I enjoy while I am on the way? See, happiness is not a trophy you win at the finish of the line. It is fuel for the journey. You do not arrive at happiness, you carry it with you. I will tell you something personal. There was a time I thought if I just hit a certain subscriber count, I will feel complete. But every milestone just made me hungry for the next one. It was never enough. And one day I realized, wait a second, if I am not enjoying the process of making these videos, then what is the point of chasing the numbers? So now I remind myself this channel is not about perfection. It is about connections. No edits, no noise, just me, you, and the story. Let's add a bit of humor here. You ever notice how kids can be happy with the simplest of things? Give them a cardboard box and suddenly it is a spaceship. Meanwhile, adults are on Amazon at 3 a.m. scrolling through 15 versions of the same blender, reading reviews like it is the Bible. We complicate happiness, kids just live it. Maybe that is the secret. Now do not misunderstand me. I am not saying throw away your goals. I am saying do not make your happiness hostage to them. Think of happiness like seasoning in food. If you only add salt at the very end, it never blends in. But if you sprinkle a little while cooking, the whole dish tastes better. Same with life. Add small moments of joy every day, not just at the end of the big achievement. So how do you escape the happiness trap? Here are 3 simple shifts. First, gratitude over chasing. Every night, ask yourself, what is the one good thing from today? Not 10, just one. It rewires your brain to notice joy in small things. Progress over perfections. Do not wait to be perfect to celebrate. Did you improve 1% today? That is progress. That is happiness in motion. Then the presence over pressure. Happiness does not live in someday. It lives in today. Look around. Maybe the things you are chasing you already have, just in a simpler form. I will leave you with this thought. Imagine one day You wake up and suddenly you are 80 years old. Will you look back and say, "Oh, I am glad I worked those extra hours to buy that third car"? Or will you remember the conversation, the laughter, the messy, imperfect, unfiltered moments that made life feel alive? That is the choice. That is the freedom. And that is the happiness most people miss. So, my friend, do not fall for this trap. Do not chase happiness like it is running away from you. Learn to slow down, smile at the small things, and carry happiness with you every single day. Because happiness is not out there, it is right here. And with that, thank you for being here. This is Converse with a Smile. No edit, no noise, just you, me, and the story. So thank you. Rajat here, signing off for today.